Hey guys, it's Ryan here from Horror Hive, coming to you today from a very loud forest right next to a really loud road to bring 6 more fun facts about some of everybody's favorite horror movies. But it's early enough in this show's run to change it up a bit, so we're going to spread out into other forms of all things scary too. And up next is the TV show that single-handedly kept the smoke machine industry alive in the early 90s, Are You Afraid of the Dark? The original concept for the series was what co-creator DJ McHale called bedtime stories for lazy parents. Basically a direct-to-video series about an old-timer sitting in a rocking chair next to a fire and telling fairy tales. Videos that lazy parents can just put on TV to preoccupy their kids so they don't have to do things like interact with them. But McHale quickly realized that he liked writing scary tales the best. A show about an old man telling scary stories might turn away viewers, so it was decided to go with teenagers sitting around a campfire instead. Originally called Scary Tales, a play on another potential title of Fairy Tales, was hated by network execs who thought the name was too on the nose. They wanted something a bit more Nickelodeon-like. So during a brainstorm, McHale recalled a book written by Dr. Seuss titled What Was I Scared Of? He said he was afraid of clowns, and he was also afraid of the dark. Afraid of the dark. He liked the sound of it so much that the title stuck. The show's name is an answer to the question posed by Dr. Seuss. A lesser-known fact is that Jodie Rester, the actor who played Kiki, is also the voice of Francine Frinsky on the PBS kids show Arthur. Another fact that I personally didn't know until doing this video is that Jodie Rester went on to have a pretty successful singing career in French Canada, singing in both French and English. She's actually a pretty good singer. At least in real life. From what I've found, she's released 3 albums, the first in 1999 and most recent in 2006. But she stayed in the spotlight by collaborating with other singers like Soke? Yeah, we gotta go with that. The show has had a decent amount of celebrities make appearances, like Melissa Joan Hart, Gilbert Gottfried, those 2 sisters that I can never tell apart, and even the Riddler himself, Frank Gorshin. But the guest star that had the most difficulty on set was Bobcat Goldthwait. In the episode Final Wish, Goldthwait plays the Sandman, though personally I think Pauly Shore would have been better for the role because he can actually put people to sleep. Most of Bobcat's dialogue consisted of nonsensical rhymes and poems, so it made it hard for him to know what his next line was. Usually actors can remember based on what the other person says, but in this case his words had no connection to what the kid was saying. This resulted in several dozen takes, and the Sandman's over-the-top voice began to take its toll on Goldthwait's throat. By the end of the episode, his voice is hoarse and sounding really painful.
This isn't the way your fairy tale's supposed to end, but if you insist on being foolish, I'll have to put you to sleep too.
Throughout the entire series, no member of the Midnight Society is ever seen starting the campfire, or lighting a match for that matter. Apparently Nickelodeon didn't want to be blamed for teaching kids how to use matches, so the fires are just sort of there at the beginning of each episode. Zeebo the Clown, a ghost that haunts a carnival attraction in Laughing in the Dark, is also referenced in several other episodes. In Whispering Walls, the children mention also seeing him in a fun land. In another episode, Mystical Mirror, a girl remarks that too much lipstick makes her look like the evil clown. Hell, he even had his own Sega Genesis game, despite the fact that the kid owns an NES, and half of a Sonic the Hedgehog 2 poster. So that's about it. What?
It knows what scares you.
What are you talking about, Vink? You nutbag? Come on, let me out of here.
It knows what scares you.
It wouldn't know. How could it know? Oh, it knows.
You ready? Let's rock!
Oh, please don't.
And I am not a nutbag.